Thank you so much. It is very nice of you to introduce me to this August gathering, and I'm humbled and as well privileged to be part of this quadrants. I remember pre-COVID, it was planned as an offline
True, sir.
plan, and we were looking forward to, but it came as this COVID came as a shocker, and
Very
but
true.
I think you all have geared back, and you had gone in for this. We have. Embrace this online mode very well, and we are here back. And I appreciate the efforts of KLE Academy of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Kage, Dr. All the people who are associated in this wonderful program. Let me place in record my humble thanks for inviting me to be part of this wonderful program. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Can I share my screen if you can
Yes,
help
sir.
me out confirming it whether it is happening?
Yes, sir.
No, I think I'm not given the rights to do that. Can you please
So
make
now,
it just a sec? Yes, now I could able to. I'm just sharing the first slide of my presentation. You please confirm me. I missed your name to note down. You are
Vinuta, sir. Vinuta.
Vinuta.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Vinuta. Is my slide visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is.
As I just move it, is it moving?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
moving, no?
Yes.
So without any much ado and delay, thanks to again Vinuda for your nice introduction, and I pay all my achievements to my parents and my students, and moreover my teachers for bringing me to this level to be of some use to the students and to the patient community. For the sake of data, I keep my self video off, so during the question answer session I can come back, so that people will concentrate on the talk and to the slides. May I go offline now? Sorry, in this video off now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You may.
Yeah. So as told by you, the post lunch session, which is a challenging session to keep the audience intact and to keep them more engaged. I don't know whether it is providence or it was planned that this topic has been kept in the afternoon session. And it is a right session to be conducted post lunch, because this neurobics, the topic itself is a very fascinating one and will keep the audience definitely on toes. I would love to be part of this offline mode if it had been, so that we could have done a lot of dynamics having this neurobics as a topic. But I will try my level best to keep you all updated with this topic, though it is online. I'll be requesting the audience, though they may not be able to interact right now through the chat box or unmuting themselves, you can just pay attention, and wherever I give some task to perform, you just be there and do it. You can have a piece of paper and pen or pencil with you. Wherever needed, you can just keep answering it as I go ahead, though we may not be able to interact. Any questions, I'll be happy to answer at the end of it. Since the time is very much limited, I'm given for almost 40 minutes time, and they say that the screen will go off if I go beyond it. So I'm scared. Let me finish off with that. So this is my slide. Second slide, this is the place where I belong to, Sri Krishna Hospital, and this Baikaka University. I know this is the place where our campus is located. It's a lush green campus with more than 100 acres and a 1,000-bedded hospital. I invite all of you to be here sometime. Gujarat, it is located in Anand, which is the milk capital. Amul, the taste of India, is this place. So whenever you have a chance, please do visit this place. This is our indoor stadium, all the gym center, the hospital privileged wards and everything, right? So with this small introduction about myself and my place, let me go on to the task. Here is a short questionnaire for you to answer. I want all the audience to listen to me. I'll be projecting each question in front of you in the form of slides, and you will be answering either never to that question, or your answer may be sometimes, or your answer may be frequently, or it can be always. Based on that, the score will be, whenever if you say the answer to the question is never, you will be scoring yourself 1. And if the answer is always, you will be scoring it as total of 4. So we have 10 questions over here. So the minimum score will be 10 and the maximum score will be 40. And most importantly, there is no right or wrong answer. And these questions are very, very personalized to yourself. So you need to ask this question to yourself and answer the question in your way, and don't ask your friend or partner, what should I answer for this question? So hope you got me right. Vinuta, if you are online, can you please tell me, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir. You're clear, sir.
Right. Thank you so much. So let's go with this questionnaire. I'm moving on with slides. You can answer yourself and score yourself. No right or wrong answer, no copying. The first question is, how often do you go for shopping other than your local market? This is not daily going to buy a packet of milk or sabji, vegetables. No, it is beyond that. You're going for shopping means to buy something for your house, for dress or something else. So never, sometimes, frequently or always. I'm quickly moving through the slides, hoping that you will be doing it. The second question, how often do you prefer to enjoy with your friends rather than watching TV? You got a space for yourself, you got some time, and would you prefer to be in front of the TV, or you will be with your friends, call them up, be with them, chat with them, talk to them, spend time? So answer yourself, 1, 2, 3 or 4. Since the question is very straightforward, simple, easy, day-to-day life, no thinking is needed. The third question is, how often do you change the place to enjoy your holidays? You got a weekend, or you got some summer vacation, or you got some break from your routine office work. And how often do you change your place? You just go to your only parents' place or your in-laws' place, or you visit some destinations, and how frequently you change it? That's the question. Hopefully you're done with that. And next, how often do you take a new route or change the mode of conveyance to your study or workplace? By saying this, I mean, if there are students hooked in this online mode, like you are in a hostel, you go to your classroom, do you take the same route to go to your school, college, office, like that? Or you, for example, you are coming to your office, hospital, workplace daily, you come with the same route, or you take different routes to reach your workplace or your study place? That's the question. Hope you would have answered it. Next question is, how often do you change the style of food? Disha. So how often do you change the style of food? In the sense, you go for multi-cuisine. Sometimes I eat South Indian delicacy. I try Punjabi. I try Italian, like that. Or you have daily morning idlis, daily night chapatis, daily afternoon rice, dal, roti, sambar, rasam, whatever. Do you have a fixed menu? Hostelers are excluded from this because you have your fixed menu. I know that. But whenever you go home or whenever you get a chance, you indulge in the similar type of food, or you go for variety of food. That's the question. Moving ahead, how often do you redecorate or redesign your bedroom or drawing room? Like, it's an example is that myself, I always change my, drawing room. Sometimes I move the dining table to the other side. I bring the sofa to the other side. That means I just always keep doing it, or frequently. Or sometimes the house is fixed in some way. You come anytime in the day of a year, you see the same places already nicely fixed in one. You don't change it. Okay, that's the question. And the next question, how often do you change your styles, dresses, right? Always informal, sometime in Bermuda, sometime I wear dhoti lungis, or for the female for that matter, you sometime come to the office in your sari, sometime you come to your office in a Punjabi patiala suit, or sometime in a garba suit, whatever, Styles can be like this, today you'll see me with a beard, and maybe sometime I come with only French beard, sometime I shave and I'm clean shaven, that is style. So how often do you change that? Hope that you are getting the taste of the questions. I hope you must be answering yourself. How often do you change the mode of entertainment, such as playing, dancing, going to movie? So whenever you get some time, your entertainment is always, if you are a violinist, you always play violin, or sometimes you try and take a chance to dance for yourself, or let me just go for a walk on a sunny day, or I'll just get up in the morning and go for a cycling. Do you change the mode of entertainment, or it is always fixed that you always do this one activity as your entertainment? And the next question, how often do you go for prayer or meditation exercises? For students, it is not about before the examination. In general, this question is going on. How often do you pray? Daily, or once in fortnight, meditation daily, or whenever there is some stress, or whenever there is a need, you do it? So answer yourself as never, sometimes, frequently, or always. Either 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Hope you are getting the questions. One more question to go. How often do you change your hobbies or interest? In the sense, my hobby is to collect stamp, for example, and I'll be keep on collecting stamps. My hobby is to always do some different dishes whenever I find time, enter the kitchen and do it. Is it the same, or you keep changing your hobbies? So
Excuse
these
me,
are
sir.
10.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
So there's a request to put the PowerPoint in the slideshow mode.
Oh yeah. Let me try. Just please check whether it is happening.
Yes, sir.
I'm moving from the current slide only.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much,
Do you
sir.
want me to go back and it's okay?
No, sir. You can continue,
Because
sir.
anyway, I verbalized it, so people
Yes,
would have
sir.
heard.
Yes,
From
sir.
now on, I'll move on to the.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. So these are the 10 questions I have posted in front of you. So you please total it for yourself. As I told you in the beginning, either you will be having a score of as less as 10 to maximum of 40. So you need not have to answer me now how much is your score, but I'm going to give you the interpretation. See this why I have put this questionnaire in front of you. It's an interesting thing because I am into this neurobic sort of activity. As part of my research or part of my therapeutic intervention plan, or for that matter, for my children, my own children, sons. This neurobic is an interesting activity. It is just not alone for patients. It is just not limited to physiotherapy. It is beyond. It is for a school child who wants to increase the memory. It is for an old man who is having Alzheimer or dementic who wanted to improve his memory. Or it is for a college student who want to perform better in his examination. Or for a person like you and me who are having a very stressful, monotonous, same all days or Mondays type of work. This neurobic always helps. And one more thing is that those who don't want to grow older or who don't want to look older, who want to look younger, who want to be young at heart, who want to be always bubbly, charmful, cheering, this neurobics is for. So when I was trying to explain it to many of this questionnaire happened to be prepared sometime some 3 years before when I was taking this neurobics to one of the college students in an engineering college where their need was there to know themselves whether I need it or not need it. So this questionnaire helped me to identify a people whether they need this sort of neurobics activity or not. So the answer to the interpretation to this questionnaire is those people who have scored 30 and above. Okay, 30 and above, some would have secured 40, some would have got whatever 30 to 40. They are already having a very cheerful and a enjoyable life, or they are in a way they are doing always neurobics. Those who are doing score between 20 and 30 are in the verge of losing the interest in the life, and this is the topic for you. And if you just listen to these slides and if you understand the crux of it, you are going to have a bright, happy and bubbly life. And those people who are scored less than 20, please cheer up. And this is the day for you to change. It's going to be a life changer for you. And this half an hour of talk is going to change a lot of things in your life, and you are going to have a very happy and a very joyful life ahead. So you know the scores and you know your interpretation. Now, accordingly, you can listen to the topic. So the human brain is something amazing. There are a lot of facts. Normally, I show a video over here. Now that I don't have much of time, I have another one more video which I'll be showing it at the end of the talk, so that to get hold of what the practical part of neurobics is all about. So let me quickly go on to the next slides. Brain too ages. It is like how our skin gets aged. You have a skin toner when you are so young, and as you grow, you get wrinkles on your hands, on your forehead, on your face. Similarly, the brain also shrinks and it reduces in size biologically, and psychologically it gets aged, and socially also people stop, they seclude themselves, they get isolated, because brain functions are like the more you use, the more active is going to be. You all remember that Thomas Alva Edison's brain size and all. So this is in fact brain, those people who use their brains so much so that they will have a lot of gyri and sulci. Their brain will be like noodles, Maggi noodles, a lot of twists and turns. Those people who are not using the brain that much, they are just inert or dull, means they will be like that atta batter. जब आप चपाती बनाने के लिए गूंद के रखते हैं, कितना soft and just no crevices in between, it will be like that. So better start using it because brain too ages and the weight of the brain drops, which is normal. You can't, it is inevitable. The ventricles, the gap between that increases, the neurons gets reduced, the blood flow comes down, the brain also becomes atrophy, and you run short of words. What is the word that I want to use? You wanted to express something, but you will lose that word what to use. So these are all very common. The sad thing is that it is not between, this brain decline will not happen at the age of 60 or 70. It starts at the age of 30. The peak is at the age of 9 to 11 years when the child is in the peak growth of the brain is between that young age. So those children who are into extracurricular activities, who are given a lot of exposure, who are made social in the initial part of their life, will become performers in the later part of life. That's why in those days, the joint family system really helped the person to understand, a lot of, gimmicks in the life, a lot of dynamics of life. They know what is critical thinking. They know problem solving. They are crisis managers. They know how to, manage the problems because they are with so many people. But nowadays, it is all joint family. So it's all nuclear family. In those days, bathrooms are all away from home. And families are inside. Nowadays, bathrooms are inside, attached to bathroom, but people are outside. That much amount of sad thing that no people are there in a bigger house. And after 60, you have a decline in births. So these certain things are normal. For example, I can't think of the word. It is tip of my tongue. It can be normal. Okay, it's normal to be forgetful at my age. This is a statement. If you say it is not normal. It is not. Even at the age of 80 also there are people who remembers everything. If you are losing the memory, means you are not activating your certain synapses neurons in your body. And if you are not flexible, you find very difficult to learn a new task, but that can be normal because, abstract reasoning decline with age. So earlier the better. And next is I'm slowing down now. I'm just not as fast as things anymore. That can be normal because processing speed slows down with age. I get distracted so easily. It's a very common statement. Again, it is normal because you are bombarded with a lot of signals outside, visually, auditory, taste, sense, so many things, sensual attractions are all there. So you get easily distracted, but still you can focus, right? And I'm just not smart as I used to be. If my son says this, it is not normal because comprehensive knowledge should remain intact. You need to have this problem solving, critical thinking, decision making should be retained throughout. And, unfortunately, there are various, enemies, there are attackers. We don't want Pakistan, Afghanistan outside to attack us. We are internal. Genetically, education also matters. The social environment matters. What you eat matters. Your exercise habit matters. And, certain factors, diseases which comes in between also matters. So which can cause negativity in your life, which can. Okay, so there are a lot of recommendations. If you are hypertensive, please continue with the drugs, manage your glucose level, increase the physical activity. That is the way where physiotherapists have become an integral part of the healthcare profession. Without a physiotherapist, no medicine moves, whether it is diabetes, whether it is normal fitness, or for that matter, obesity reduction, weight reduction, everywhere. And that is there, but increasing the mental activity, how is to do that? Physical activity increase करने के लिए we have aerobics, anaerobic exercises. Mental activity के लिए neurobics. That's what we are going to talk about it. So stay positive. The first key is that remain positive. Don't see the half cup empty. See the half cup full. In this slide also you can see good and evil all together. It is up to the person to see good or evil, right? So as I was telling you, you are bombarded with so much of traffic jam. With all these five senses, you are bombarded day in and day out. The coffee aroma, the tea taste, and then the smell which is there from your shirt or the sight. You have so many visual inputs around. Yeah, many of us are visually dependent. Until unless you see, you don't see, you don't believe it. So it should not be without your vision. Also, if you see that's how these people with disabilities, they have the other senses much more stronger. These visually handicapped person, their ears are much more sharper and their proprioceptive senses are much more sharper. They could able to negotiate the traffic even better than you because they have started using the other sense. You need to have a collateral route. Kahi jagah par accident ho gaya. You don't get stuck over there. You try and find out other way to move out. Similarly, why to wait for an accident? Identify which senses you are more dependent on and try to make a collateral move so that you use other senses, thereby you are creating a new synapses, new neuronal activation. That's what is all neurobics is all about. So the good news is that capacity to develop new synapses. Brain has that capacity. You could able to improve your thought process. You can retain all those memory and reasoning. So it is possible even at the age of 60, 70 also, though the brain declines at the age of 30. So that is what is talked by Lawrence Katz and Manning Rubin, who invented this neurobics term at Duke University. So what is that? Basics of neurobics is turn on those synapses. Old neurons can grow new dendrites. So brain, even at any age, can still adapt, grow, and change pattern. So there is no delay. That's what it is. Use it or lose it. If you use it, you are going to increase the neuronal pathways. If you are not going to do it, that pathway gets completely lost. So better start using it. How to keep these synapses working? I'm going to give you some examples. The examples are, creative imagery. So that is, if I can give you a simple example, we call it as daydreaming. If I ask you to close your eyes, you can just try this for 5 seconds. Close your eyes and just think of a person whom you want to. It can be, Sachin Tendulkar. The moment I say Sachin Tendulkar, you can immediately visualize his face. When I say Lord Shiva, immediately we can recognize with the long hair, Ganga on his hair and on his head, and the Trishul in his hand and the third eye. So how it's possible? Imagination is the highest power that human people are bestowed with. So try and improve your imagination power. Let's listen as much as you can, more than talking. That's why God has given 2 ears and 1 mouth to speak less, 2 ears to hear more. And you do a lot of counting backwards, and you have to remember an event from your past and recall the details. For example, the same day, that is we are today February 26th. So February 26, 2020, can you remember what had happened to you? Why to go that 1 year? I'll ask you just a question to yourself. When it is in the practical sessions, we will be doing this as an exercise. Just to have the taste of it, I'm giving you this task. Just go back last Thursday. Okay, the last Thursday, the date was 18th February. 18th February, what was the dress that you were wearing? Can any one of you imagine what was the color of your shirt, or what was the color of your dupatta? What was the dinner that you had? Or what was the special thing? Did anything happen special on that Thursday? That is on 18th of February. Those people who does neurobics will definitely remember. You're able to get back. But probably those people who are monotonous, mechanical in their life, overloaded, they may not be able to remember. So it is all possible. Pinch yourself. Make yourself. Living mindfully is neurobics. Present the brain with unusual experiences. Give the brain a challenge. You just, for example, is if you are a right hand dominant person, you always, invariably you use your right hand, but try and use your non-dominant hand. Change your table, keep all the things which are most needed onto the left side, so that you start using the non-dominant side. For example, brushing your teeth. Kal subah utھ ke, aaj raat ko bhi jab brush karte hain, to if you are a left-handed person, do it with the right hand. Or right-handed person, do it with the left hand. That is neurobics, making the brain do unusual things. Experiences is neurobics. Use your non-dominant hand, spice up your life, try new foods. I'm not telling by telling new foods means you eat whatever you can, but limit yourself the good food which are all good for health, but not always idli in the morning, not always dosa in the morning. Keep changing. Use your other senses to do the common task. For example, if you want to, you go to the wardrobe with the eyes closed and feel the texture of the cloth and pick up what you want. Not by looking at it, I want to wear a blue shirt, I want to wear this red sari. No, you close your eyes, no visual input, feel the cloth, check for the texture and identify whether it is suiting you, and pick up and see whether you could able to pick up a right choice. Like that. Tie your shoelace backwards. So you try and do something unusual. Read something new. Don't be resistant to accept challenges. Read something new. If you are a person who always read comics, go for detective novels. If you are always reading detective novels, try and read some spiritual things. As I told you, daydream. Try different music. It's not always music is everything. You can listen to Carnatic, Hindustani, jazz, whatever. Try a new dance. Change a path. As I told you, don't walk the same way to your hostel or to your house, to your workplace. Keep changing. Stop at a new place. Wherever it's suddenly stop at a new place and look around what is there around you, and try and have the feel of that place. Make a new friend. See, through this also we are getting, I always enjoy coming conferences. I tell my students and I promote them to go and meet people. It is just not alone you are going to gain some knowledge. It is about you're getting connections. Human connections are more important. Socialization, which is very important. That's why we call man is a social animal. I'm a bit fast because the time is less, but contents are more. Debate, argue, but not unnecessarily and not with your wife, but make it as a challenge so that you get some better outcome. Listen closely, as I told you. Do without one sense and try new things. So then be creative. That's more important. Always, wherever, whatever the activity that you are doing on, be creative. That's how you establish a new pathway. Smell different, see different, feel different. Okay, that's how this photograph is all about. Close your eyes and smell it and identify whether it is a rose or a jasmine or some other flower like that. Okay, so feel for it, what it is. Close your eyes and feel what it is, what object it is. Okay, and you can sometimes do something like this. Take a piece of paper which is written something, make it ulta, upside down, and try and read upside down. You can start writing from right to left instead of left to right. So you can make your own neurobic exercise. The key is that you try and you try something unusual which you have not done anything. I'm going to show you a video graph. These are the certain as an example for you to understand. You follow this video. There are some 4 exercises which are all there, which can test how fast your brain is, which is in a way neurobic. Give me some time. I'm coming out of this slideshow. I'm going to open up the video and share the screen. You closely watch the video, and that is one set of neurobic exercises. Similarly, there are more than 80 plus. Rather, we have invented another 70 more. We have 140 set of neurobic exercises which can be created, which is there already and which is being practiced also. Just give me a moment. I'm sharing the video over here. Just please let me, Vidita, if you can tell me whether the screen is getting shared.
Yes, sir. It's still on your PowerPoint, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Okay.
So bright side. Is it seen
Yes,
now?
sir.
Bright side?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is going to be just a short video. I can understand we have another 10 minutes time to go, I guess, right? So I want all of you to go with this and see the video and enjoy the understanding of what neurobics is. Here, it is all about right brain and left brain. You have to just see the color and spell out. You can try and do it by yourself because you are there in front of the screen. You can say what color it is, not the letter. That's yellow, that's black, and that's blue, red, green, blue, red, like that. Try your luck. You can say the color now. That's the first exercise. This side of exercises is going to improve the concentration, memory, focus, and fast decision making. So now we are moving on to the second exercise, Shelty table number game. So what you are supposed to do is within 30 seconds, you have to sequentially in the ascending order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, likewise till the last number, which is 25 over here. So you need to identify the number and point it out as fast as you can. So you have to look into the box and sequentially do the numbering. So this is also going to help you in having a sequential analysis, not missing any link. So this is again an interesting exercises. You have to make finger gestures as seen in the video. You have to do it very fast, the same maneuvers as the person in the video does it. So this is very interesting and not that easy. I want all the audience who are hooked in over here online to try this, and interestingly you will find how much our brain is active or it is having a monotonous way of working. Try this. Not that easy, right? Try again, please.
Right. It's surely not easy, sir. Concentration.
So it improves the attention span. It is like, जब भगवान के सामने आरती उतारते हैं साथ में घंटी बजाते हैं, something like that, where you do multitasking, dual tasking together. This is ambidextrous.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. Some net issues, I guess. This is a problem with the online mode. I'm continuing with 2, 3 more
Yes,
minutes.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, so that's the interesting part of the Neurobics sign. These are the resources from where I have taken a lot of information, which we refer to. And this is my email ID and the contact number. If you wish to know more about Neurobics, you can always approach. In short, the take-home message for this session, what I wanted to say is, it is nothing but Neurobics are something which is where you have to use something unusual task. Give your brain something which is unusual. Perform something which is very challenging to the brain. So that is going to give you a lot of challenges, and that lot of synapses which is going to improve, and your neuron will have a lot of more dendrites. So with this, since there was some technical error, I had to go out and come in again. I'm finishing off my talk, and over to the organizers. If anybody wish to ask any questions, I'll be very happy to answer.
Yes, so that is one question. How
Yes,
do
please.
we use these activities for clients who already have a demented brain?
Yeah. So as I told in between my talks, it can be used across for all type of people. For those people who are having memory loss or dementic, all that we have to do is to first take a good history. What is their routine? Most of these people will be having just because they are having a lot of memory issues, they try follow a diary. They have a routine thing, what they do, where they keep. So what we have to do is to give some minimal challenges. For example, the plate that they daily use it for eating can be kept elsewhere, and we have to be there in the beginning to guide them. So now let's go and search for the plate where it is. So you need to give them something, like it's like how you do a maze, finding a place. So you have to go around along with them and try to identify them. So it is all about it. There is something called as kinesthetic way of learning. This Neurobics can be learned by doing it. There is no shortcut. There is no other methods. You have to give some small challenges based on their intelligence, based on their level of memory loss. You have to give them some. As I told you in one of the examples, let them their eyes can be closed and they can feel the texture of the cloth and identify what type, whether it is a terracotta or whether it is a cotton, whether it is silk, something like that, which will start activating their brain cells. And they can smell the aroma of some food item and say what it is exactly, something like that. These are multitasking gestures. So these are all going to activate their brains. Irrespective of the condition, whether it is for students' memory or to improve the motor activities or the mental activity of an individual, the activities can be planned and it can be graded. Grading is, I could able to see a question how to grade. There is no direct grading. It is all about patient to patient, person to person, it differs. You need to see how much challenge that the person can take in. Based on that, you can go with simple exercises to complex exercises. Yeah.
So there is one more this thing. Is there any literature to perceive or to use these neurobic exercises in specific conditions?
Lot of literatures. In fact, it is there are a lot of text books as an exercises, but in physiotherapy or related to medical sciences, there are very less amount of research publications which had happened, but there are a lot of case studies. There are a lot of case stories, examples which are all available plenty in the internet site. Just you have to put is neurobic exercises or brain gym, like that. You get a lot of literatures, exercises, information, the background, everything can be easily traced.
So there are a lot of questions coming in terms of how to pursue neurobic specialty and how it can be used. Okay. So I request the delegates to take. Sir has already
use
given
my email ID. Yeah, if you want, I will show. If I can just write it, or I can. If you want, I can spell it again. It's Hariharapi. I'll just put it in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just writing it. So yes, I'll be very happy to share literatures because I'm into this field for almost past 7 to 8 years. And we have done a lot of good casework for school level children and for patients and for office goers also. So I can share some information to all those participants who wanted to know more about it. I have put my email ID over here.
So indeed, it was a right decision of putting your session in the afternoon, sir. You made our brains really active. And you believe it or not, the organizing committee sitting here was equally excited, and we had to be like, told to just calm down with the exercises, what you mentioned to the last activities, actually what you told us to do. So it was
that it is of use to people, and it is a big topic to work on. Maybe God willing, sometime in an offline mode, let's have a bigger workshop where we can make everybody chill up.
Yes, that would be really wonderful, sir, and we'll be really happy to have you here at our premises. So with this with this new neurobics, new outlook towards this training our brain to learn things more, I hope we continue to receive and process the informations what we are getting and start applying in our clinical practice, and equally give good amount of attention to our towards the clinical services what we are providing with the inputs what you are given to us. Thank you so much for your session, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you so much to everyone. Again, thanks to the organizers, KLE Academy, and thanks to all the audience who have been interactive through chats and doing on their own level. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Good day.